pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome and thank you so much for being here to share on this special day with our nearly 200 graduates of the class of 2016 of T.F. Riggs High School. So thank you very much for being here. Graduates, I don't know, from your perspective, it's probably pretty hard to see as you're walking in, but you can't believe the smiles and the pride on the faces in the audience of your parents and relatives and everybody that came here to support you today. So congratulations. Let me be the first to say congratulations. My name is Kelly Gold. I'm the Superintendent of Schools in the Pierce School District. And I tell people all the time, I think I'm the most fortunate superintendent in the state of South Dakota. I have very little doubts in that, and that is because of you. Not just you students, but because of your parents and your families. But it makes my job pretty easy and pretty enjoyable to try to lead the best school district in the state. Because every single year, as I kind of reflect on the accomplishments of the seniors, I think to myself, there is no way that the next class is going to be able to accomplish those sort of things. And every year, it seems like the next class does even more. I never try to go into any individual accolades because there are so many. You guys represented our school district very well, whether that be in the classroom, whether that be on the field or on the court or on the stage. And I know Mr. Coverdale, during your practice Friday, made a similar comment that your class, your average ACT scores were as high as we've had for a long time. Maybe ever, but for a long time. So graduates, this is your day, and you absolutely deserve every bit of it. But I want to remind you just real briefly that you didn't get here alone. There's a few people that you maybe have or haven't thanked yet, and if you haven't, I would simply encourage you to do that. The first group is your family and friends, obviously. They played a big part in you sitting where you are and accomplishing what you've accomplished. And there's another group of people that I think deserve your thanks, and whether you've done that or you haven't yet, there will come a time, I hope, that happens. And if I could just real brief, I've never done this before, but I'd like every person that's in the audience who has either in the past or is currently working for the Pierce School District, please stand up, regardless of your position. Please stand up if you have or are currently working for the Pierce School District, including school board members and principals. I can promise you that there is nothing that will affect a teacher more, or a custodian, or somebody who worked in food service, than when a student comes up to them and tells them thank you and how much you appreciate what they've done for you. So please take time at some point to do that. That's about it for my welcome, but it doesn't seem right if I wouldn't give at least a couple pieces of advice. I'm going to give two. This year I'm going to do two, and I think that they're very simple, and you've heard them from your teachers from the time you started in kindergarten. The first one is, no matter what you decide to do after today, no matter what you do in college, what profession you end up in a few years from now, make sure that you enjoy it, and make sure that you're happy. And if you're not, my advice is to change it. Because life is too short to go through going through to a job every day that you may or may not enjoy. Do something that you like. And I know all of your parents have said that, or they probably will say that in the future. And the second one, we all know that education is a lot more than just academics. Even though you guys excelled academically, your teachers from junior kindergarten or early kindergarten all the way until this year have been working to teach you many different things about character and how to be a good person. And I would just remind you again that one of the biggest things you can do throughout your life is to treat people right. Treat people the way they deserve, because it doesn't always happen. And our world would be a lot better place if everybody did that. So with that, congratulations, graduates. Good luck in the future. And I would ask now that you all stand and help me welcome Mr. Sid Bad-Markison for the honor song. Thank you.
I want to say good afternoon, and I greet all of you with a good feeling in my heart. And I want to congratulate our 2016 graduates today. In our Lakota philosophy, we believe we go through 5 stages. One beginning with the spirit, and, children, young, adult, and then we become what we call Vichasha, a man, and a Wiyan, or a woman. And then from that stage you go on to an elder, and then back to spirit. So spirit is very important. So I want to encourage all of you graduates to stay committed to your goals, and your dreams, and the aspirations that you have for yourself. That this is what this song I will be singing for you, is to encourage you. And whenever you have a difficulty in the future, this song says to look up, and the Creator is there to help you, because the Creator wants you to live and to continue to move forward.
afternoon. It's my privilege today to introduce our senior speakers from the class of 2016. But before that, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2016. This truly has been an exceptional class. We're very proud to see the number of graduates here today, along with their parents, relatives, and friends. We know that this class will represent Briggs themselves, their family, and the community very well, whether they go to work, to the military, to tech school, or college. This is truly an outstanding class, and congratulations. I'd also just like to thank the parents. We know that schools can do a lot for students and for kids and for families, but we cannot replace the love and caring of parents. And so this is a day of thanks and congratulations for parents as well. With that said, our first speaker today is Macy Halverson. Macy is the daughter of Steve and Connie Halverson. During her time here at Briggs, she's been active on the Student Senate, where she served as a student body president this past year. She was a three-sport athlete, participating in volleyball, basketball, and track. She also participated in choir, yearbook, and was a columnist on the school newspaper. Macy will be attending the University of South Dakota, where she plans to study business and public relations. Please help me welcome Macy Halverson.
It's just a number, it's even, it's not a perfect square, and it's prime. So if it's just a number, what is it that makes the number 2 so significant? While trying to think of a topic for this speech, I let my mind wander, and ultimately I came to a conclusion. There are generally 2 types of people in the world: glass half full people and glass half empty people. Vanilla ice cream people and chocolate ice cream people. Minnesota Vikings people, and I'm cheering for whichever team is playing the Minnesota Vikings people. It seems as though no matter what, you always fall into one side of the spectrum or the other. The same is true for seniors' thoughts about their final year of high school. Some have been waiting since the first day of freshman year for today, while others wish we could go back to that first day of freshman year and start all over. Some are glad our time here has gone by so quickly, while others wish we had just one more month together. And finally, some see senior year as the year of last, and some see it as the year of first. I struggled with the last one. What did I view senior year as? A last or a first? While pondering my stance on the matter, I came to yet another conclusion. Graduating high school is an end, but not at the end like you see at the end of fairy tales. It's more like when an author leaves an ellipsis at the end of a chapter in a novel, like a, this is it for right now, but there's more to come. So since graduation is the end of a chapter, doesn't that make our lives into full books? In my own book, my childhood and elementary school days would be titled Short and Sweet, although if you ask my parents, they'd probably tell you that Sassy would be more fitting. My middle school years would be called Let's Pretend This Never Happened. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. My high school years would be called It Got Better, Gradually. I learned which subjects interested me and those that didn't. I found the people whose presence I enjoyed the most. I found the activities I like to participate in, but all of this took time. High school is all about finding the things you do and don't like to do so you can prepare for the next chapter, which I like to call the rest. Since none of us have gotten past the point of actually graduating yet, the rest of our books are blank pages. The lengths of all of our books will differ, but that's not what matters. What matters is the content in which we fill the rest of those empty pages. This class is a class that will do so many great things. We will be progressive, we will be leaders, and whatever we do, we will succeed thanks to our time spent here at Briggs. So seniors, as you pick up your pens, sorry Mrs. Boat, to write the beginning of the rest, reread your previous chapters with a sigh of relief because they're over, but have a sense of nostalgia for chapters prior. Remember your childhood and your extremely, extremely awkward middle school days. Remember high school, because for some people, their books ended too soon. Our books will all end differently, every single one of us. Not one of our books will be exactly the same. One thing, though, will be pertinent in all of our stories, and that is our time at Briggs. Whether you have a whole chapter written or just a sentence, being a Gov is something that is etched into all of us. No matter where our lives take us, we all have this connection back to Briggs. The second we leave here today, we start writing the rest. As you start to write, look back, but then look forward. The pages may be empty now, but they will start filling with stories faster than we'd like to think. You hold the pen, and you write your own story. So, class of 2016, make sure you write a good one. Thank you.
Our second speaker today is Murdoch Word. Murdoch is the son of Mary and Dave Word. During his time at Riggs, he has been active in chamber choir, concert choir, all-state choir. Murdoch is proud to have run on the cross-country team as well as the track team. And Murdoch was honored this year as a homecoming king this past school year. He will be attending the School of Mines in Rapid City for mechanical engineering. Please welcome Murdoch.
Hail, you beautiful young men and women. I know that's not the traditional way to start one of these speeches, because it's kind of a big speech, but you guys know me, I'm not necessarily a traditional guy. So I could have started it like the regular way, like you hear in all the movies, like from one of the cheerleaders, when they say, "Oh, well, we made it." One of those high, shrilly voices that everyone finds annoying. Or I could have gone emotional and started crying right on stage. That's not fun, is it? Because this is a celebration, not a funeral. So I'm not going to make any of you cry, hopefully. Bader's an emotional guy. He might. I look at your beautiful faces, and then I look at your parents, and I wonder, wow. That's going to be you when you are like 40 and 50. About 18 or 19 years ago, a beautiful stork dropped these beautiful children into your lives, parents. And if there's any small children here who haven't had the talk, we'll leave it at that. Some were beautiful little angels that soiled their diapers on a precise schedule and slept through most of the night. And then some were little demons that you wish you left at the hospital. For all their gross diaper changes, sleepless nights, and other horrible instances that you buried in deep in the back of your head, we say, thank you, parents. Let's take a trip back in time to the start of our K-12 journey, to 13 years of, well, pain and suffering. For some of us. For me, mainly. But kindergarten rolls around, and we're not pooping our pants anymore. But, well, most of us aren't. No comment. The best part of that year was our hardest test involved coloring inside of our minds. You remember those days? Coloring dinosaurs? Yeah, that was wonderful. Then grade school rolled around. First grade, math became the enemy of the state. Everybody hated it. It was horrible. And then we got to 5th grade, and they told us there was more. There was middle school. You're telling me 5th grade wasn't the end? God, I can't believe this. How many more years do we have? There were so many more. Math was still the enemy of the state, but there was a new threat that emerged. It was called, everyone knows it, puberty. Hormones began to pump through our bloodstream, and voices began to crack. It was horrible. There's a reason that pictures from that time disappeared. Somehow, they're just not in the scrapbooks anymore. It's so weird. We were all ugly, let's just admit that. And then high school rolls around. High school, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the class of 2016. Our one goal? To excel and get out of here. We did it, actually. We excelled. We're probably the smartest class the school has ever seen. Like I said, we had one of the highest ACTs they have ever seen here. And we just excelled at sports, at fine arts, at academics, at everything. We were the best class ever. Sorry, everyone behind us, but you'll never stand up to us. freshman year, we were just little twerps. We were the twerps that like seniors pushed down in the hallways. And then sophomore year rolled around, and we were still pretty bad. But some of us were becoming sports stars, fine arts, like amazing fine arts people, and musicians. And then some of us, sorry, this tassel. Dang. Anyways. And some of us could play Xbox for like 3 hours straight and beat an entire game. Like it was a magical time. Junior year rolls around, and I've never gone through all 5 stages of grief in a single night, but there's a first for everything. So here we are, senior year, the most magical time of them all, where we get to push the freshmen down. It feels good. We excelled at everything, and they're just gonna lose us. We're the best class that ever walked into these halls. I'm sorry, teachers. It's gonna suck after us. You all have made my time here amazing, and I hope I've done the same for you. Remember what I said at the senior retreat. If you're gonna be the best at anything, be what you want to be, and be the best at it. I said that weird, I'm sorry. A little nervous. It has been a crazy 13 years of schooling, and I wouldn't have wanted to spend it with any other class. You all don't know how much I truly love each and every one of you, including you, Corey. Especially Corey. I can't wait to see where all of you go in life, but I know it's going to be amazing. 10 years from now, I'm going to come back, I'm going to be living in a box, like some of you are going to be doctors and stuff. I hope you don't mind if I live with you. Stay beautiful, everyone. Murdoch is out.
Our next speaker is Mariah Bush. Mariah is the daughter of Bill and Patty Bush. During her time here at Riggs, she has been active on the Student Senate and was a 3-sport athlete participating in cross country, basketball, and track. Mariah is a member of the National Honor Society and a member of Sarah's Dance Studio. Mariah will be attending the University of South Dakota, where she plans to study for a health care profession. Please welcome Mariah.
Good afternoon, Riggs, and please excuse me for a few announcements. Now, I know all of you are sick of my voice from the morning announcements all year, but I needed one last hurrah. The hardest part of the speech is beginning it. I thought about the different things I could talk about up here. I could talk about relationships and how we all love each other and it's all fun and games, but that's never reality. I could talk about education and how we all work so hard, but we all know that. Instead, I decided to talk about life. The things I stand for, and the things that everyone in this building can take away as we start our next chapter. If only I had $1 for every time I heard a parent, adult, or teacher say, "It seems like just yesterday I was your age," or "The time goes so fast," or "You're only young once." I just hated to hear this. We all think, "Oh, that'll never happen to me, I'm still in high school." Mostly, I hated the fact that they were right and I knew it. Freshman year, we thought graduation was so far away, and now we're here about to receive our diplomas. We did the ACT prom morning, the 3-mile PE routes, and the Spark Notes cramming. I'm sorry, Mrs. Vogue. So what's next? College, jobs, families? Is that it? Is it that simple? Life's not simple, so everyone says. I think there are a few things. Apparently, this is the easiest part of our lives. I think there are a few things we can do to make life a little easier, and one thing is happiness. I look up to several people and their qualities of life. My dad, for example, is one of the happiest people I know. He wakes up every day, smiles, and I say, "Have a great day," as I walk out the door, and he turns to me and says, "I will not have a great day, I will make it a great day." Every day is an opportunity to make someone else's life better, Mariah. Nothing matters if you're not happy. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but just smile and wave. Find that happiness, whether it's in your relationships, careers, or life activities. Do what makes you happy. Remember, this is your life and live it how you want. Sometimes we're not the best at life activities or relationships, but get involved and make the most of it. I was in lots of activities all through high school. I was not an all-star in everything I did, by any means, but I stayed on the team all 4 years because of the people I met, the experiences I had, and the memories I made were priceless. Do things you love. You might not be the best or the top dog, but while you're there, you can have fun and make others better. You could find me dying at the 2.5 or 3 mile mark of a cross-country race, or trailing behind Courtney Dowling and Emily Michelson, but call me crazy, I'd still be smiling. No one cared, it wasn't amazing or winning, and I didn't care either because I was having fun and doing what I loved. In a quote by a woman named Maya Angelou, she said, "At the end of the day, people will not remember what you said or did, they will remember how you made them feel." I thought this was very true, and that applies to everyone in life. Make people feel good, bring each other up, and just smile occasionally. Make people feel good by being the best version of yourself you can be, which brings me to my third point of effort. Someday we might all get married, or get a job, or have kids. So be the best wife, husband, worker, mom, or dad possible. At track practice one day, Skip Kurtz told us to start trying harder in our workouts. He said, if you're going to be here, you might as well try and be good. So if we're going to be here in class or here on the track, we might as well try our hardest to be the best. For example, why be a good mom when you have the potential to be a spectacular mom? Now, I don't know if this helps anyone, but I hope many of you took things out of this speech that can help you as you continue your adventures. I am genuinely excited to see where we all go and what we all do, because honestly, this is one heck of a class, and we will leave a mark on TF Riggs. The following famous quote by Mr. Dykstra is finally coming to terms. We are, boom, done. Thank you, and congratulations again.
Before we proceed with the graduates, could we please take a moment of silence for all of those that could not be here today? Thank you. We will now begin. Emily Nicole Peterson. Madison Paige Sutton. Austin John Lynch. Seth Thomas McKinley. Joshua Tyler Albright. Avery Robert Allison. Sarah Elizabeth Bashan. Nathaniel Colin Bader. Landon William Badger. Samantha Lee Boggy. James Andrew Michael Barnett. Catherine Ann Bartlett. Leanne Alexandra Bearheels. Jonalyn Nadine Beestrom. Hannah Marie Becker. Brandon Dean Berkshire. Colby Dean Bateman. Marshall Brett Bateman. Jacob Paul Bly. Taylor Ann Boswell. Nicholas Evan Boudreau. Sierra Marie Briggs. Miranda Lynn Rodford. Allison Clarice Bruce. Brennan Michael Rubenman. Caleb Anthony Bryant. Austin Arthur Buckles. Derek Daniel Burke. Megan Diane Busher. Clay Russell Bush. Ryan Page Cadwell. Emma May Cardinal. Joshua Edward Carter. Aaron Wayne Chapman. Kiana Marie Chapman. Samantha Michelle Clausen. Corey Philip Clements. Elva Maria Coleman. Cole Stephen Cruz. Tria Elizabeth Marie Dennis. Andrew Charles Dodge. Courtney Ann Dowling. Hallie Marie Dunn. Hannah Nicole Dunn. Caden Roger Eaton. Daniel John Ellenbecker. William Clifford Elwinger. Nicole Dale Farnsworth. Brooke Marie Fenrick. Kaylin Reed Fertile. Jaden Bryant Filler. Mariah Kristen Fouche. Renee Nicole Gallagher. Alan Garcia de Alba. Jesse Charles Gates. Nicole Lynn Janowski. Jennifer Jason Gillespie. Max Eric Gores. Kimberly May Grambler. Jocelyn Anne-Marie Gray. Dakota Joe Gray. Mitchell Scott Gray. Mark J. Gutierrez. Sarah Rose Hoffman. Macy Elizabeth Halverson. Joanna Elizabeth Hancock. Demery Lemoyne Hanson. Haley Dawn Hanson. Kylie Quinn Hanson. Riley K. Howell. Spencer Thomas Highland. Mariah Alexis Hess. Tyann Christine Elizabeth Herman. Ashton Lynn Hoffman. Lane Russell Holman. Katie Bree Honeywell. Michael Stephen Howard. William Edward Huff. Brandon Dale Hughes. Aspen May Iverson. Dakari William Damon Jennings. Brevin William Kaiser. Sarah Harmony Cams. Austin James Kelly. Caitlin Vi Kelly. Berkeley Sky Kenneth Ashdown. Haley Marie Keller. Jevin Ray Keys. Juyong Kim. Cody Heath King. Caitlin Ty Clay. Scott Michael Krugel. Marcella Marie Lees. Skylar Clarence Leesman. Derek Elvin Leiferman. Jordan Taylor Lemieux. Trey Thomas Livermont. Taya Elaine Longfox. Maxwell Kennedy Longman. Caitlin Anne-Marie McGee. Nicholas Raymond Mahol. Austin David Manning. Nicholas James Marlock. Christy Joe Maxfield. Madison May McClurkin. Dylan Isaac McCuistion. Caitlin Faith McRoberts. Tori Paige McVeigh. Emerson Mabel McCabe. Morgan K. Merriman. McKenna Lorraine Middleton. Ryan Michael Michelson. Riley Marie Miller. Helena Marie Morgan. Emily Barbara Nagel. Seth Michael Neal. Madison Rayanne Navarro. Deja Marie Nelson. Sierra Sage Nelson. Catherine Ann Nyhart. Catherine Johanna Nielsen. Christian Thomas Nixon. Talia Marie Noisy. Samantha Darian Paul. Matthew John Pease. Bailey Joseph Peterson. Drew Thomas Brewster. Ely Franklin Picorn. Reese Allen Poppin. Colin Zachary Powell. Darcy Lynn Prettyweasel. Stephen Roger Ray. Bailey Marie Reginski. Quinn Allen Reimers. Maxwell Jacob Brinke. Nathan Evan Remick. Emily Jewel Rice. Courtney Marie Annette Ryder. Miranda Leanne Rockwood.
Where do I get one?
Brady Boyd Roseland.
Nice suit. Where do I get
Kayla Lynn Rounds. Micah Grant Runner. Alicia Redmond. Brittany Lee Samuelson. Peter Hunt Sanchez. Lindsay Vaughn Sanders. Lucas Aaron Schmidt. Derek Jensen Schreiner. John Vincent Schuler. Shayna Audrey Sayero. Aaron Michael Sutter. Tyson Scott Shangru. Ryan Scott Sheldon. Madison Lynn Seagrass. Farron Lee Singleton. Kanan Michael Anderson Smith. Madison Trudy Smith. Desiree Irene Snodgrass. Elena Rose Snyder. Seth Lawrence Snyder. Zane Roy Snyder. Macy Ray Sorensen. Haley Dawn Spade. Callie Ann Stout. Zachary Daniel Strand. Julia Marie Steuben. Megan Elizabeth Svensson. Randy Joe Talks. Ashley Marie Theobald. Michaela Lynn Thomas. Morgan Lynn Thorne. Haley Nicole Toonser. Hannah Wren Townsend. Wyatt Jones Trapp. Abigail Trevino. Vasquez. Keely Ann Vincent. Garrett Frederick Viscara. Joshua Levi Hoyt. Isaiah Elijah Watson. Austin Dean Weiss. Mackenzie Phyllis Wormsman. Alex Joseph Wester. Nicholas Matthew Weeby. Stradley Adele Williams. Ashley Jordan Wilson. John Patrick Bowman. Murdoch Alexander Word. Kathleen Elizabeth Ziegler. Tanea Ray Zilberberg. At this time, we'd ask all the graduates to stand.
No, that's the worst thing. No, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the T.F. Riggs 2016 graduating class. Graduates,